Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of Scribbles with Jonathan. I'm your host, Jonathan Rector. And today we're just doing some sketching. And I'm hoping the video and all this turns out. If not, this is just going to be a blank screen, unfortunately. I'll try to take some print screens along we go, just in case the video doesn't come out, just to show you what's going on that I was doing. But if the video does work, then we're going to have some pretty solid videos in the future, I hope. And basically, it was an idea that I heard from an awesome guy named Chris Oatley, and I'll just put a link on his site on the video right now. He has really good tutorials and videos and suggestions and just pro tips in general that I think everybody should check out. And his podcast is really inspiring as well. I definitely give that a review. But what I was trying to say is, as I was watching or listening to his podcasts, he was talking about ways to come up with your own, and the one he brought up was basically using your digital camera, or not digital camera, I'm sorry, your webcam, and just putting it in your shirt. And for whatever reason, I never thought about that. And when I was doing videos before, I had this jerry rig set up where I had it actually taped literally to a lamp that I had overhead. And it was always off to the side and stuff. And right now, as I'm watching the video, it's upside down. So again, I'm hoping that I can flip this once I do all the editing and stuff. But yeah, so basically it's just on my collar and it's looking down, and I think it works exceptionally well. You know, the camera moves around a bit, but it does what I need to do. And hopefully, you know, as you guys watch this, you might, you know, I'm not trying to show this video as a how-to or a tutorial or anything like that. You know, just how I generally work, and I'm working relatively quick because this is a 10-minute break that I'm doing. I'm getting away from doing a comic page right now, and I just you know, before I grab something to eat, I just wanted to sketch something out real quick, and I had no idea what it was in general. Just throwing some scribbles down on the paper, and you know, I was considering that the pencil may not show up on the camera, but it looks okay to me so far. So just in case, I had a pen on the side, and you'll see me go over this with a pen, and I'll go into the process that I do things in the future as well. But we can just watch what's going on, and I'll do a little bit of talking of what's going on with me. I just wanted to apologize that I haven't had a couple of videos up in a little bit. I've been extremely busy. I've been getting quite a bit of work and projects keeping me busy. You know, I don't want to complain too much, because without those projects, you know, I wouldn't be able to actually do as much artwork as I'm doing. And it's refreshing, taxing, intimidating, and, you know, inspiring all at the same time. It really pushes me to you know, work a little harder and faster at what I'm doing. And, you know, how else could you complain? I'm getting to draw comic books and characters all day. It's awesome. It's really good. I was at work. One of my fellow workers, we were talking about conventions, and she's an artist as well. And basically, we were talking about a couple conventions that are coming up, and the big one's Fan Expo this year in Toronto, and really looking forward to that. But I'm also looking into making a list of conventions that I can hit throughout the year, and there's not very many besides the Fan Expo this year that I think that I'll be able to make, but it's something that I'm looking forward to doing for next year as well. So there's a couple more to go. Like, I know there's a Toronto one. I definitely would like to go to the Motor City Comic Con. I want to hear a little bit more information if people actually think it's a good convention in general, or if it's not something that really does too well. And that'd be a shame, because, you know, Detroit's really great. Other than that, some other ones that are, I think there's another one in Toronto. It's more of a, I don't know how to word it, but a smaller show. It's not a big epic show that a lot of these other ones are, that get like TV stars and movie stars and all that garbage in there. But yeah, conventions are really on my mind right now, and I'm trying to. I've been to conventions in the past, mostly just shopping portfolio work around. But this year, and, you know, in the rest of life anyway, I'd like to have my own booth, and I don't want anything too glitzy or glamorous. I mean, I don't think I'm in a position to do so. You know, last year at the Fan Expo, we sat across from a Star Wars artist, and he had like a slideshow, a light show. I'm surprised he didn't have like a fog machine and strippers there. He had like the works. And I mean, at the same time, he is doing Star Wars, right? Like, that's name brand stuff, and he's a tremendous artist in his own right. And it's just, in Artist Alley and stuff, if you've ever been to these conventions, I get it. Everybody's trying to, you know, tug of war attention from people. Like literally, you're selling yourself, and you only get basically people walk by unless they know you're there. They're looking for you. They're just window shopping, and as bad as it is, you know, it's like a market that you're trying to. I feel kind of like sometimes it's like going down in the old days of going down a street market, and you've got vendors shouting at you, you know, like, oh, deals here, and I don't know. To me, it kind of kills the mood. You know, like some people probably enjoy that. I don't like all the yelling and screaming and trying to get people's attention. I think it should be a little bit more laid back than that. Unfortunately, I don't think it ever will be, at least in these bigger shows. In the more toned down, smaller shows, I think you can get that. You can actually talk to people a little bit more. You know, show them your work a little bit better if they have any questions, comments, anything, and you get to just, you know, that's more relaxing if you ask me. But you know, such is the beast, and we have to do what we got to do when we go to these things. You know, I know a lot of conventions for a lot of freelance artists, and you know, professional indie artists and such. Conventions are a big pot of the gravy. It's how a lot of us make our living, and whether it's doing sketches for people for $10 to $100 or selling your artwork that you've done. Just getting your, you know, it's the amount of traffic that you get to these areas that you can't get anywhere else, and that's a big deal. And I mean, it's something that I really want to work on, especially if not this year, next year for sure. Again, I know I'm going off on tangents all over the place. The big thing that I'm working on is actually having content to bring to the cons. Right now, I just have a lot of sketches that I've done, and you know, some final artwork that I could bring in to sell, but I want to have a comic together to bring out, like a creator-owned comic. And right now, I've been posting on my Twitter that, you know, I'm getting swamped down with paid work right now. Again, I'm not complaining. It's just, I think everybody wishes they had more time to do what they wanted to do. And I really wish money didn't even exist so that we could do the things that we want to do, you know, like whether it's making music, taking pictures, drawing, writing, anything. You know, all the things that you do need to be seen, and you want to get them shown to people. And again, the convention's a great way to do it. It's just right now, the way that I'm looking at it, what I wanted ideally was a giant sketchbook full of comic book characters, but the more I thought about it, the more I was thinking that it's actually breaking copyright laws, and whether Marvel or DC or whoever I would choose to draw would actually come down on me or people that do that. I've seen people do it before. I think it's just frowned upon, and I don't want to do the gamble. So the other option I was going to do is like a full comic, and the more I thought about that, like the kind of quality that I want to put into that, I don't think I have the time to do it. It's not something that I'm not going to do. I think it'll be excellent to do for next year's. But, you know, there is a convention coming up this year, and I'm trying to think of at least something that I can bring that people may want to toss a toonie, $5. I have no idea what I'm going to price it at, but I was thinking of a mini comic. And what we're going to do with a mini comic, I don't think it'll be full color. Probably I'll do tonal work in Photoshop. You know, just some passes of grays, nothing too epic, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. And the mini comic, I don't think it's going to be a 24-page epic. I might even do basically like 8-page, 10-page short stories. And if I get a couple of them done, maybe I'll put it in like a little anthology type thing in a book. Or I might just sell like an 8 or 10 pager, you know, for, like I said, a toonie or whatever. Just basically something so people can, you know, grab and as they go home that night, or once they leave the convention, they can, you know, have a little something cool. I mean, you just want to have people to have fun with what I'm looking at, just to get me out there a little bit, you know. And the video is pretty much wrapping up. Just got about 20, 30 more seconds left. I didn't finish the sketch, but that's okay. It's a sketch, and that's the point of them, just to get the energy out there and just to vent. So I think we'll just bring it up to the camera just so you can see it a little bit better. It's nothing special. It's just a guy. The arm, I think, is really messed up, but it's a sketch, so I'm not going to be too judgmental on it. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll talk to you soon. Have an awesome day. Take care.